attitudes like this hurt really badly. And when we say hurt, it's not just, oh, that hurts. They cost lives. The stats are clear and they are shocking and they are tragic. The Trevor Project found that 42% of trans people have thought about ending their life in the last year. Those are the true stats. That's what happens if you ask people, how are you feeling? How is this affecting you? And yet so many people come back at me with that, and in the way that many interviews that I've done have done, not believing it, not caring about it, not regarding it, dismissing it. And I just want to know, how cold is your heart? These are real, true stats. And what causes it? So being transgender does not make you self-harm. Being transgender does not make you think that life is not worth living. What is it? And actually what it is the lack of acceptance and understanding, education, knowledge, the lack of empathy, the lack of awareness. All of these things mean that trans people feel very alone, very isolated, very unloved, very unwelcome. And then worse, we have abuse. So we have accusations against trans people that they're groomers, or they're people with fetishes, or they are in some way dangerous to women and girls and boys. And it's just absolute nonsense. The statistics show that actually it is trans people who are at risk. They're at risk from themselves and they are at risk from other people. So we have to listen to the evidence, and then we have to think, what is it that causes that? Why do trans people think, my pain is so bad I need to hurt myself, or my pain is so bad that I think I shouldn't be here any longer, or I can't bear to live this life in this way? And so these people that make accusations against trans people, these people that want to exclude trans little girls from trampolines, from girl guides, from school trips, from swimming pools and changing rooms, is people that think that it's okay to say, you're not a real little girl, you're just a little boy, and you should go in the boys group. It hurts. And every single day that a trans person, however old they are, is rejected or unloved or not believed or not supported, every single day that happens, it hurts a little bit more. And, human beings are strong. We can cope with a lot. But actually, day after day after day after day, that hurts, that pain, that rejection, that accusation, that bitching, that hatred, all over the newspapers, all over the media, all over social media, it hurts. It takes its toll. And every single one of us that contribute to that has a part to play. How do you know that your comment wasn't the one that made that happen? How do you know that your like, your applause, your share wasn't the final straw for that person? Because something was. Sorry to interrupt. Interested in knowing more? Come over to my website. There's so much more there. Deeper dives, more information, the truth, the reality, and the beauty about gender diversity. There's the old saying, sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me. It's not true. Words hurt ever such a lot. And those people who are dishing out those words that are biased and prejudiced and discriminatory, those words that seek to exclude somebody simply because of a difference that they have, simply because of a personal characteristic, simply because a mistake was made when a gender was noted on their birth certificate, simply because everyone thought they were going to be this, but actually it turned out they weren't, they were this. And that rejection, that pain, that discrimination, that hatred, those jokes, those online comments, those likes, those shares, those policies that seek to exclude, every single person who has contributed to any of those is contributing to the pain that is caused by hate and exclusion. Now, some of those are very obvious. Making podcast channels, making YouTube channels, making media appearances, simply seeking to exclude trans people. Now, those people are very obvious, but then there are also all those people in the comments below. Those people are culpable too. And then there are the people that actively hide behind their office door and scribble and write and draft guidance and policy and protocol that excludes people simply because of who they are. and seeks to exclude, seeks to make their lives more difficult, seeks to make other people's lives better at the expense of these people's lives. And each one of those has a part to play too. So today is a new day. If you are one of those people that has contributed to any degree of bias and discrimination and hate and bad behavior, today is the day you can say, do you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore. Today is my day of reckoning. Today is the day that I'm going to be dedicated to supporting the trans community. And by doing that, what we're doing is we are celebrating diversity. We're understanding that not all people are the same. That's diversity. So we're celebrating diversity, and we are working towards inclusion so that everybody is included. All diverse people, all people are included in everything that we do. And we are making sure that equality is paramount. And that means that every single person has an equal opportunity to be loved, to be warmed, to be fed, to be safe, to have dignity, to have privacy. Equality is rights for everybody. There's enough rights to go round, and everybody needs the same rights. They're very basic human rights. Just to be happy, just to be peaceful, just to live our life the way we want to live. Opportunities for work and love and friendship. Opportunities for food and warmth and comfort. Fresh air and sunshine. These are true equality rights for all. So, inclusion, diversity, equality. And actually, do you know what? No more of the bad things. No more bias. No more saying, I prefer that to that. No more prejudice. No more saying, I don't like that person because of that. No more discrimination. No more saying, only these people can go here. You people can't go here because of this particular reason. And no more hate. No more, I'm going to laugh at you or hate you or dislike you simply because you have this particular characteristic. So join me, because those are my values. Join me. Today is the day that we don't do that anymore. And today is the day, from today onwards, if we see it, we're going to go, I'm not supporting that anymore. That's not nice, and we're not doing that. Join me, and then let's get that statistic shifted, so that we don't talk about 51% of trans and non-binary people thinking that they need to hurt themselves in some way. And we don't have to think about the statistic that 65% of people thought about ending their life, but simply because that being trans and non-binary is so difficult for them. So let's work together to get those stats down. We're not going to see those stats in years to come. We're going to see the same statistics, whether you are cis or trans, and then we can work together to get those down too. Let's make everybody's life peaceful, happy, joyful, and the best that they can have on this planet. If you've got questions after you've listened to this, please come over to my website, come and meet Sammy. They are there waiting for you. Answer any questions you might have. They know the truth, they understand gender diversity, and they are waiting to help you.